Hi Pisces. Hi Pisces. Welcome to your reading for March 2023. This is going to be for Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. Those intuitively guided, or you're here just checking up on a Pisces. I just really quick want to let you know that I'm just back on my channel. My channel was hijacked about a month ago, and literally I just got it back yesterday. So I already did your reading, but I put it on my daughter's channel, Jenny Love Tarot. But I decided I'm just going to do another one. So you'll have two readings. So check out her reading. Just type in Jenny Love Tarot and you'll see with Archangel guidance. And I didn't want to look at it. Yours was the first one I did on her channel for your birthday. Happy birthday, by the way. For those celebrating a birthday. So anyways, definitely check out that reading because that's also from me. Yeah, you'll have two readings this month. Okay, let's go ahead and get in the reading and let's see what's going on in this reading. We're going to use our three different decks. We're going to use Mother Mary Oracle for our words of wisdom. We're going to use the Gilded Tarot for clarifying, and I don't remember what deck I used for you, but I was pulled to the Light Seers for you in this one. So this is what we're going to use for your main spread. But let's start with Archangel. Let's start with Mother Mary. You guys know everything is pre-shuffled, at least those who have been with me for a while. I know I lost a lot of subscribers, and it really has been difficult, to say the least, but I'm thankful that I'm back. All right. Well, that did not take long. You have devotion. Devotion. As I fully commit to my values, relationships, and God, I am clear about what to do next. Devotion. We'll read this from the book at the end of the reading. I just find that's where it's most profound. So let's go ahead and bring in the tarot portion. Give it a couple shuffles. Again, pre-shuffled. Let's give them a cut. And let's begin. So we just had the Pisces new moon. Very dreamy type moon. We have the Strength card as your first card. Card of Leo, first of all. But this is about self. This is about the ability to overcome something within yourself. This is someone, I love this picture because, she's half woman and half lion. And to me, it reminds me of like the Empress's energy, right? As I learn more and more about myself and really how to balance my own energy, I become stronger and wiser. 8 is also about a new beginning. She's got the 8 tattooed on her arm, as above, so below. The infinity sign. All right, let's keep going. For some of you, it may literally just mean a Leo, Leo. Interesting how she's a lion, but then she's got this gentle little lamb sitting there. Well, 6 of Cups. Okay. All right, 6 of Cups. This could certainly talk about someone that you know, someone that you knew. This would be someone that you would definitely have happy memories of. Doesn't mean there couldn't have been hardships also, but it's the happy memories that stand out. This is really a card. It reminds me of like my childhood and the freedom of the childhood. Interesting too is like, here's this little puppy, right, who is now a dog. It's almost like Once I was a boy when you knew me. Now I'm a man. Interesting. Okay, let's keep going. We have the 8 of Cups, 2 8s. We have the 9 of Pentacles. I like that. 9 of Pentacles stands for successful self-employment. It's really about the focus that you've put into something and reaping the benefits, the harvest of it. There's no miracle here. This is about your work, what you put into something, but then you reaping the benefits of that. This is also the energy of independence, and I'm saying that because it's right next to the 8 of Cups, which is really about finding emotional clarity within my emotional house, not allowing the past to affect my present or my future. Some of you, I feel like you literally are freeing yourselves, maybe from someone, and maybe there's someone else waiting, so to speak. I don't mean like literally just waiting, maybe, but this just may be the next one in line. We have the Ace of Swords under the Strength card. First of all, with the Ace of Swords under the Strength card, it's going to talk about you first. And what it's talking about is, you're learning who you truly are. This is, your truth. Some of you have become masterful, I feel like, communicators, and you may be using that in a business, you know what I mean? And if you are, I feel like you're probably very, very good at it, if not great. If you're just beginning, just know that, I already feel like you have it within you. And then this could also be communication coming in, so let's keep going. Alright, we have the 3 of Wands. Beautiful energy. And we have the 5 of Wands. Interesting. Okay, so I'm going to stop again, because we have the 8 of Cups, which talks about your emotional house, finding emotional clarity. It's cleaning up that emotional house, learning, I'm not going to allow things that have happened to me in my past affect my present or my future. And I'm saying that because below it you have the 5 of Wands, and it's almost like it's saying, first of all, this is very ego type energy. Everyone in this card is in their ego, and honestly, I feel like if this is the energy where I'm looking for someone to back down or apologize or say they were wrong, it's not going to happen. I just don't feel like it's going to happen. So it's almost like it doesn't give you a choice, but then to move on, right? Now, 5 speaks of change. So, but that is up to you. Like, you're the one who has to make that change. And I feel like all it's saying, because I feel like many of you already have, it's like, I tried, and I tried, but it didn't get better. So I feel like, don't allow that to become like your emotional baggage, because maybe it's just the way someone is, and maybe we can't always change others, but we can certainly change ourselves. So I feel like this is good news. This is you moving out of that energy. And I love that the 3 of Wands is next to it. It's quite interesting, because what it's reading to me like is that I was in a relationship with someone. There's a lot of ego, a lot of drama. I got pulled into it, maybe for a while. But then I have this realization, like, this is not the life that I want. This is not my happy life. This is not my happy wife. David Bowie. So you do something about it. You make the change necessary. And then I feel like in the same breath, there's someone else. And this is, probably someone that you know from this lifetime. It doesn't have to be this lifetime, though. With the way I read through my spirit guides. It can talk about past lifetimes. It can be a soulmate energy, a twin flame type energy. But whatever it is, it's good. Because the Three of Wands is how you're looking at life now. And this is really looking at life like with that knowing that your ships will come in the right time. And I'm not really putting any limits. I'm not putting anything in front of that. I'm just trusting the universe. This is an optimistic view at life. And maybe of another person. I feel like if this is communication coming in for you, you're going to like it. Now, it can be the other way around too. Remember that. Sometimes maybe we're meant to reach out. King of Pentacles. It's funny because when I was talking about the Pisces new moon, I was thinking, Virgo is the opposite of Pisces. And, it would be the Virgo sun with the Pisces moon. It's powerful, really. It's powerful type energy. So anyways, I don't know. I'm just saying that because here's this king. He's coming under the Nine of Pentacles. Could certainly stand for a Virgo. But could also be a Taurus or Cancer. But the energy of the king is really what we're looking at. It doesn't really matter the sign. This would talk about someone who's stable. Someone where loyalty is important. And I'm saying that not just because it's Earth, but because it's mirrored by this Ace of Swords. So it's truth. Like I only stand for the truth. And I feel like this is a lesson you learned also. Interesting that this king is coming right under the Nine of Pentacles. And he's holding a pentacle. So it's like I'm independent in this Nine of Pentacles energy. I'm working on my own life. I'm building up my own foundation. I want to be able to take care of me and not worry, if I get into a relationship, something happens that, boom, I can't take care of me. This is you finding that independence. Now, when I say independence, doesn't mean I don't want a relationship. It just means that I found my own independent spirit. And then this king has a pentacle. Well, you take that 9 pentacles and add his pentacle, that would bring us to the 10 of Pentacles. Let's keep going. I was only going to take 8, but I feel like I want to continue. So let's continue. And for those of you who decide to go on to my daughter's channel, again, Jenny Love Tarot, it says with Archangel guidance. So, I would love to, because I would love to hear how the two readings speak to each other. So, for anybody who does do that, if you want to leave a comment, I would love to hear that. All right, we have the 5 of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is kind of what feels like a tower moment. It's energy that's really out of your control. Can be something just happens suddenly, like I lose a job out of nowhere. However, the 5 of Pentacles, again, 5, change. It's almost like I feel like these two 5s are relating to each other. All this ego, and then, maybe for me to make this change, I was going to have to take a hit in my Pentacles. But I feel like if that's the case, this is saying, don't worry, because you can rebuild. We have the Page of Pentacles. Interesting. So, where was I saying that, like, right here, like, from a boy to a man? Same here, right? Here's the King, here's the Page. Maybe they're one and the same. Some of you could certainly talk about someone you went to school with also, because Page of Pentacles is really about a path of knowledge. You know, this is someone who wants to build up their financial world, their material world. And I don't mean that in an egotistical way. I mean, like, you know, having a strong foundation is important. This is really being open to learning. You know, I feel like the learning, especially as it relates to our soul, is ongoing. We have the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords. You know, the first thing that came to me was like, I feel like this king is saying, give me the word, baby. Give me the word that you're free, and here I come. Just give me the word. We have the Tower. Now, don't freak out, because I don't feel like this Tower is necessarily a horrible thing, because I feel like, first of all, the Tower is mirrored by the Five of Pentacles. So there's that Tower energy that we were feeling. Some of you, I feel like you lost a job, but in the same breath, and listen, maybe you don't even know this yet, I feel like you were inspired, like a new path is opening up for you, and it's like inspired action. Alright, let's see, it's on the bottom of the deck. Ten of Swords. Okay. Well, no wonder you want to leave, whatever it is you're leaving. Ten of Swords, first of all, I would say what I need to look at in this energy is, have I found myself in a repeat pattern? You know what I mean? Like, do I keep getting drawn into the same type of energy? This is about taking dagger after dagger after dagger after dagger in the back. So sooner or later, I got to stand up and be like, that's it, no more. Because it's easy to go into submission in this energy. It's almost like, you know, just life is bleak. But this is saying, but that's not true. Maybe that situation was bleak, but there's still so much on the horizon. Three of Pentacles under that. I'm telling you, some of you have started a new job, a new business, and I feel like if that's the case, this is your confirmation that you're on the right path. All right, let's go ahead and bring in the Gilded Tarot, and let's go deeper. You know, it's funny because I did your reading on Jen's channel not that long ago. I mean, maybe a week ago, and I've forgotten it. But I feel like maybe I meant to forget it. I was meant to forget it because this reading needs to be its own reading. However, I have a feeling that they are also going to coexist, let's say. Normally I can remember like parts of a reading, not all readings because I do a lot of readings, but I don't know. Okay, let's start at the top, guys. We're going to look at the Strength card. We're going to see what the Six of Cups means, Eight of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. Though, you know, we read it as a whole at the same time. Nine of Cups. Beautiful. Coming over the Strength card. Some of you, I feel like you just literally had to figure out how strong you really are. And sometimes, it's like we're taken down to our knees to figure that out. You've definitely overcome something. And because of that, now you have the Nine of Cups. To me, it's emotional freedom. This is about learning, or let me put it a different way, starting to love my life again. It may just be the beginning because we have the 8, right? But then we show the progression from that 8, the clearing of the emotional house, into the 9. Light and free and, no emotional burdens. Doesn't mean everything's perfect, but this is where you have inner harmony. You found it. Hello, Ace of Cups, now the Ace of Swords directly over the Six of Cups. This is going to be some type of communication. Interesting, you have 2 9s. Beautiful 9s, by the way. The 9 of Pentacles, again, success. You have the 9 of Cups, inner harmony. And it makes sense that this would be a good time to potentially introduce love into your life because you've found this beautiful balance within yourself. Now, I feel like these 10 swords, I'm sure it took time to overcome them. But I feel like you do, or you will. But then I still get that message of someone hearing that Pisces is free. Pisces is free. Well, they're hoping not for long, because I do feel like they want to give that pentacle to you and take you to the 10 of Pentacles. Who knows? We may see the 10 of Cups come out. Let's keep going. We have the 8 of Swords over the 8 of Cups. Interesting. And then we have the beautiful Sun. You have 2 Leo cards that are mirroring each other. The Sun is Leo's ruler. But the Sun is complete illumination. The Sun is a brand new day. Nothing can hide in the Sun's energy. There's nowhere to hide. Anything done in the dark will come to the light. Now, you do have the 8 of Swords right before that. And that 8 of Swords is coming over the 8 of Cups. So to me, it just simply means that the blockage wasn't just in the heart chakra, let's say, but also in the thought system. So, I've been taking these swords after swords. So of course I built this wall, this barrier, so these swords wouldn't, it's almost like I took them, but because I've taken so many swords in the back, I don't know, it's almost like you just got used to it. 8 of Swords is a self-created prison, and the only one who can free you from that is you. Just the way it is. But again, with that 5 of Wands underneath that, right, a lot of ego type energy. Listen, someone was probably dealing with a narcissist. It just kind of feels like that energy, right? And no matter what I do, I'm not going to change them. But the one thing I can do is change me and change my life. I'm almost mad, ugh. Right? I feel like they've taken too much of your time. But we have the Sun here. So, the Sun to me is a couple different things. I do feel like because it's next to these 2 8s, it's illuminating the areas that maybe hold you back a little bit. And these are things that you can change. I don't need divine to change it for me. I don't need Paul to change it for me. This is about me. We have Justice, card of Libra, coming over the Ace of Swords. Could certainly represent cutting of ties. And I hope it's representing the cutting of ties with whoever is putting these swords in your back. Can talk about karmic lessons also. Remember, karmic lessons just means that somewhere along the line we created some type of karma, maybe in a past life, and now we've got the only way, it's interesting because I tell Sam this all the time. I'm like, you're one of those people where the only way that you can understand what I'm saying, or, well, I'm exaggerating, but is by having it done to you. You know what I mean? It's like you don't understand until it's done to you. I feel like, well, for some of us, we have our karma from previous lifetimes that we just need to pay back. Maybe we were the narcissist in a previous life. Maybe not. But I feel like this lifetime, it's one of your soul's lessons is learning how to free yourself from those who really just don't deserve your time. All right, we have the Four of Pentacles. I feel like there's someone who is, for me, it almost feels like they live in my hometown, like someone from my hometown that I just feel is going to reach out. Could be someone I even went to school with, college or high school, that type of thing. Didn't even have to be romantic, but maybe there was romantic thoughts. Interesting how your cards are come out so slow. Look at this. We have the Wheel. Now the Wheel's coming over the Five of Wands with the Eight of Swords above it. Okay, so the Wheel is your destiny. And I think what we have to learn is, like, our soul came here to expand, to learn certain things, right? To have certain experiences. Sometimes we think they're all supposed to be good, but I don't think so. I think some of the hardest things we go through is what teaches us the most. Or if, let's say, I don't need teaching it, but it helps us to have more compassion and empathy towards others who may be, walking our footsteps. So, in other words, don't regret, right? Don't regret, especially if you have freed yourself or you're going to free yourself. Like, don't regret. Maybe you did pay off karma. And listen, if you follow what these eights are advising you to do, the clearing of the emotional house, clearing of my thought system, like what thoughts are mine and what thoughts were put there by other people. If you follow that, then I feel like there's just a big reward waiting. But that means that you've paid that karma off for eternity, not just for this lifetime, but for eternity. And I feel like also, let's say this is talking about like a marriage and two people in it, and they're just fight, and there's children. So the children see this. You know what I mean? It's always that fine line. Do I stay for the kids or do I not? Well, I think it depends on the situation, because this situation seems very, very difficult. So I feel like, and I'm not telling you what to do, but I feel like when you cut some of these karmic ties, you're also cutting them for generations to come. Your children, your grandchildren, your great-grandchildren, and so on and so forth. So, it may seem minor, but it's major, at least in the heavens. It's major. Three of Wands. Okay. Feels like this king is the one who's coming in. Again, don't worry about the sign. I feel like more than anything what you need to know, I feel like this king is representing loyal, someone who's loyal. And I feel like that, listen, Pisces, I know that's so important for you. It's important for all of us. But, you know, you give your heart. And sometimes people take advantage of that. This is not that type of person. This just isn't that type of person. This is someone who I feel like they don't put limits on the potential of what can be in their life. I swear, I feel like someone is just like, you know, and I had this in another reading, maybe it was your reading, but it's almost like someone hears that you have now become single with these 2 9s, independent, but potentially not for long. Now, it's going to be your choice. But I feel like if you clear these 8s up, you let go of that 10, you don't allow that energy to follow you, I feel like this could be quite a beautiful love story. We have the Queen of Swords. Can be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Coming right under a Libra card. But it is coming over the 5 of Pentacles. And, excuse me, it is mirrored by the Tower. So, again, I'm going to tell you, forget the sign now. And let's think about this Queen. This Queen, because she's a queen, not a page, right? She's learned a lot of lessons in her life. This Queen is someone who, let's say I was going to get another relationship. If you don't speak the truth, then you're not for me. If you aren't loyal, then keep on going. This is someone who now knows what they want, right? Like, I've been through it, and I don't want to go through it again. Now, remember, trust your own energy. Once you clear, especially once you clear that 8 of Swords, you release yourself from that prison. The sun is right there waiting for you. So, as I say these things with the Queen, you know, she's not carrying the baggage of the past, but she clearly knows what she wants. Now, I'm not talking about, like, don't try to control, like, what somebody must look like, what color eyes they have. You know, the universe would say, once you're in these 9s and then you have the sun come out, you can trust what's coming forward. Because, again, the sun doesn't allow anything to hide. If there's issues, they would be brought to the forefront. But I kind of don't feel that. Now, I'm not saying someone's perfect, because we're all imperfect. But this Queen, it's like, you know, I've experienced the Tower. I've learned from that Tower. And I don't want to repeat that Tower. So weird, all of a sudden I start thinking of a song. Come to my window. Come to my... Oh shit, I can't remember how it goes now. Melissa Etheridge. Come to my window. Come to my door. Like, I think it's... when a song pops in my head, I feel like it's relating to the reading in somehow. I try to sing it. I'm not a great singer. But come to my window, come to my door. Well, look what just showed up. The 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles. Going from an independent to a partnered. You know, and it's interesting too, because I feel like as Pisces, you'd probably rather see the 10 of Cups, but I feel like this is the 10 you need to see, because this is a 10 that you can count on. This Ten of Pentacles is energy that takes root. I often feel in this energy, and by the way, if this can also be the energy of collaborating with someone. Listen, I can fall in love and maybe even work together. If that's the case, I feel like, wow, definitely a powerful energy for that. But this is energy that takes root. It can also talk about starting a family business, and that business may go from generation to generation. Some of you maybe this is what you've taken classes on, and now you're able to move in that direction. Maybe you weren't able to before. Maybe someone held you back from your own true desires. Not anymore, though. Come on. Okay. We have the King of Cups. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Could be you. What I love about this King, so now that we know the signs, we're going to forget the signs. Because this King is someone who appreciates love. In the upright. If they're in a reverse, they give their love to everyone. They're just flirty, flirty, flirty. But in the upright, this is someone who appreciates having that special partner in their life. Hello, Page of Cups. Interesting how we have the Page of Pentacles to the King of Pentacles. Now we have the Page of Cups to the King of Cups. Again, just forget whether it's male, female, even the signs. I know, it's like, well, why are you doing tarot, Sandy? Honestly, it's not even the meaning of the cards to me. It's like, it reads to me like a story, if that makes sense. Anyways, Page to the King, and then hello, marriage card. You guys know it's my favorite love card. More than any, I mean, honestly, it's my favorite love card. Because this is about two people who are making a commitment to each other. Not just for the day, but for the rest of their lives. I have a feeling this is a soulmate energy. I have a feeling this is energy that you are truly meant to enjoy. I don't feel like there's like, this is going to be a relationship where, oh man, a lot of lessons to be learned again. Not if you cleared these eights. And you know, that's why these come out in a reading, because it's like Divine wants you to understand that when you free yourself and then you allow your soul to have these experiences and you trust your own energy force, there's nothing to fear. I love that you got the Four of Wands. So, this tells me that many of you are going to be starting a committed relationship. Chances are, for many, it's going to move into marriage. It doesn't have to be for everyone. You know what I mean? Like, I'm with someone, but we're not married yet. Anyway. And it's interesting because it's coming over the Tower also. And the Tower, I feel like, is relating back to justice. So some of you, like, you cut the ties to who's ever creating all these swords that made you create this prison. And then you cut those ties and you free yourself, right? And you start working more in your creative house. And you start to find that inner harmony within. Well, what you're doing is you're raising your vibration. And when you raise your vibration, what comes back to you must also be of the same vibration. Otherwise, it wouldn't work. So that's why these cards, I feel like, are here, so that we can eliminate these human conditions. Remember that we're spirit and that we can handle what's ever thrown at us. It doesn't mean it's easy by any means. And listen, maybe sometimes the harder the lesson, the bigger the reward. I feel like this is talking about love that is for a lifetime, maybe eternally. You know, soulmates or twin flames, if they have an agreement to come together in a lifetime, they will. But I feel like, just through my experience of reading for so many people for so many years, I feel like sometimes we don't come together with this person until we've cleared some of the hardships that have happened in our life. Because otherwise, if we pull all this energy into the next relationship, it's almost guaranteed to fail. Unless someone is super strong and can deal with that and help someone overcome. Now, that can happen. Someone can help you overcome. And listen, when I say these 8 need cleared, it doesn't mean like, okay, it's completely cleared. Maybe someone comes in and helps you to heal the rest of it. But these 9s are you. And they're beautiful 9s. Inner harmony. Your creative juices flowing. Independence. Freedom from those who have held you down, those who have bound you. This over here in no way wants to bind you, wants to love you. And there's a difference. I feel like you are with someone who just feels like, I don't know, feels like hell. And this feels like heaven. Okay, let me read devotion. Oh, look at that. Open right to it. This card reminds you to stick with what you believe and not to waver from your values. If someone or something tempts you away from your basic core beliefs, pray for the strength to say no. Don't go chasing illusions of more money or love when everything you need and desire is available to you now if you simply commit to what is right to you, for you. What's important to you? That is the answer you seek. Spend time in prayerful communication with God and pour your heart out about your feelings, including any fears or doubts. God and Mother Mary love you unconditionally and are here for you right now. Pray for clarity about your true priorities, values, and beliefs, and then base your decisions upon this solid foundation. Commit to your beliefs and devote yourself to God, and everything else will take care of itself. Amen. Amen. This isn't telling you like you need to do this and do that and do this to be here, but what it's showing you, it's about self. More about self. Everything else feels like it'll just take care of itself. You know what I mean? Like, that sounded confusing, but if I'm able to, again, clear the energy of the past, I'm really opening up the flow from the universe. The sun just starts coming on in. So, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I can't wait for your comments. Again, for those who have already watched Pisces on Jen's channel, or you're going to, I would love to hear your comments. Let me know like how they speak to each other, because I'm sure they do. But for everyone else, just thank you. Just thank everyone. I thank you guys for hanging in there. Getting your channel hijacked is like somebody took the key and locked the front door of my business and wouldn't let me in. It just felt ridiculously hard. But I'm thankful that we're back. And I was able to help my daughter out at the same time. So who knows? Maybe it was just the way it was meant to be. Anyways, I thank you. I thank you for your donations. I thank you for liking. I thank you for sharing the videos. And I, above all, thank you for subscribing. please make sure that if you subscribe that you hit the bell so that you can be notified. You know, I don't put out like a million readings, so you don't have to worry about that. But that really is the only way you get notifications. Well, maybe not the only way, but pretty major. Okay, guys, I love you. Happy birthday again to those who are celebrating a birthday. I hope it's the best one yet. And for everyone else, we'll see you next time at our table. Bye-bye.